Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible? Just confirm. Okay, good morning. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Is it visible? Is it visible? Okay, fine. Thank you. So, fine. Offline, those who were attending offline, are you there, guys? Okay, Ram Babu. Okay, fine. Got it. So, actually, because of my health issue, I was not able to make it to office. Okay. So, here we'll start the session. Okay, we'll start the session as quickly. Now, last class we were seeing the data representation, right? We were seeing data representation, okay? Data representation in Python. I would say, in Python. So for representing the data, so I'll write the data representation, the the data representation in Python, sorry, in Python is nothing but in is nothing but nothing but to store the data in main memory in main memory, right? So the data representation is Python is nothing but to store the data in main memory, right? So to data, okay, we need few things. We need first is what is needed? Tell me, guys. Tell me. Yesterday we were seeing. Okay, yesterday we were seeing. First is first is what it is? Yeah. Okay. Literals and literals, or we can say or values. Okay, literals or values. Yeah. Right. Literals or values. Second is what? Second is variables or or identifiers. Identifier. Variables are third, which is really important, and this we will see in deep. This we will see in deep. Data types. Okay, data types. Got it? So one by one we will see what is this. Okay, literals, I hope everyone knows, but again I'm going to tell you because the notes is in the other laptop. Okay, so I'll go for it. Literals, what is literals? Literals are the values, okay, entered by whom? Entered by the programmer. Entered by the programmers. Okay, or we can say the end users. Okay, users. Fine. And also they have been classified into some parts. Okay, so they have they have been classified into, okay, classified into, now you see what are these. First first I will go for, now I'll go for CLS off. Okay, is it visible? Is it visible, everyone? Yes, is it visible? Okay, fine. So let's suppose I am going for student number. Okay, so student number is what? It comes with, it comes with only number. Let's suppose this is student number. Okay, so if I print this, print of stno, right? Print of stno. Now it is printing what? A student number. Similarly, I can go for employee number as well. Number Employee number, which is, let's suppose this is the employee number, right? Again you go for it, you just remove this and print this. What it is? Employee number. More what it is? Aadhaar number. Okay, Aadhaar number, right? So Aadhaar number, these are what, whenever we are writing like this. Okay, just give, whenever we are writing like this value is nothing but the literal or values. Okay, these values, that's why what it is saying, literals literals, just literals are the values entered by the programmer or the end user, or the end users, right? They have been classified into first integral integer, or we can say integer literals integer literals. Examples, what you can say examples? I will go for example are st number, student number, next emp number, employee number, right? Next, what you can say more? Tell me. Student number, aadhaar aadhaar number, right? Aadhaar number, these are what? Aadhaar number, I'll write simple. These are integer literal, I can say. Similarly, second, if I go for this, second, which is nothing but float literal. Float, float. Okay, float, float literal, literals. So what are these float literal? Again, I'll go for examples. Okay, example. Tell me some example. You tell me some example for float literal. Marks, right? Marks comes under what? Marks, right? Next, tell me percentage. Next, yeah, I can also say GDP of India, GDP of India, right? Likewise, we can have anything, right? We can have anything, right? Inside this float. Next, more you say. Third, third, third is what? String literal, string literal, literals. Okay, string literals. Inside this, anything, any example you take. Okay, sorry, example, name, right? Name is there. What more? Gender is there. More, what I can write? Place is there. Okay, designation is there. Designation, right? So likewise we can have more, right? So these are what examples. Next, you go for fourth one. Fourth, boolean literal. Yeah, boolean literal. Next, boolean literal, take an examples. True or false? True, true or false? True or false, right? Likewise, we can have lots of literals. Likewise, we can have lots of literals, like date. Date literal is also a literal. Okay, fine. Okay, so date literal is also there. Likewise, we can have many literals. Okay, one by one when it comes to data types, we are going to see all the literals. Okay, no need to worry, we are going to see all the literals in detail. In detail we are going to see. Okay, fine, fine. Next is variable. Second. Okay, so I will go for 1 2 and 3. 1 2 and okay, so here I'll go for 1 and 2. Fine. So variables or literals, sorry, not literal, identifiers. Identifiers. Okay, identifiers. Yeah, are you guys there, everyone? Fine. Okay, so variables means which varies, right? Which varies. So I will write once once the application user enters the data from keyboard, okay, from keyboard to program, right? From keyboard to program, it is whose responsibility? Yesterday also I have shown you this. It is the programmer responsibility, right? It is programmer responsibility of to store to store the values, or to store the data in the form of what? In the form of literals, 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 or variables, variables, right? Oh, sorry, literals or values inside what? Variable or identifier, variable or identifiers, right? Getting my point? Okay, fine. So let me go for this. Now, once the application user enter the any kind of data, it is whose responsibility? It is programmer responsibility. Okay, programmer responsibility. Fine. To store the data in the form of literals or values inside variable, right? Next is hence. Hence, I will write hence all the literals, all the literals or values or data, I can say, right? Must be must be stored in main memory, right? Inside the main memory, right? Memory. Fine. Main memory in the form of identifiers, identifiers, or we can say variables. Okay. Otherwise if we are not giving any variables or anything, we can't proceed further, right? Otherwise we can't we can't process we can't process the data, right? This is something what we have to understand, right? So what is variable is something where we are going to, yes, variable, okay, where we are going to store our literals, okay, where we are going to store our data, not literals, data, right? For example, let's suppose, example I'm taking, okay, Okay, example, here I am taking this example. A is equals to 10, right? Here A is nothing but the variable, 10 is nothing but the value, or we can say literal. What kind of literal? Integer literal, right? B is equals to 20, C is equals to A plus B, A plus B. Now you go for it, print of A comma B comma C, print of A comma B comma C. Now you see 10, 20 and 30. 10 belongs to A variable, 20 belongs to B variable, and A plus B, the addition of 10 plus 20 belongs to C variable, right? So these are also known as literals, right? What kind of literal? Integer literal. All the three variables are storing what kind of literals? Integer literal they are storing, right? So this is one example. This is one example you can consider, right? Fine. So I will go for this. This is the output, right? This is the output. Next I'll go for some definition of variable. Okay, variable. Now the question is, if someone asks you what is the definition of variable, okay, so variable is nothing but an identifier. Variable is nothing but an identifier. So I would write variable is an identifier, okay, is an identifier whose whose value is, or whose values are changing or varying, okay, or varying, okay, during program execution, right? During program execution. Getting my point? Now you see, A is equals to 10, right? A is equals to 10. One more thing is there. If I'm writing a is equals to, just don't think what I'm writing, right? Just try to understand what I'm trying to explain you. Int of input of. Now you see, enter the value, okay. I'll explain you what this is. I'll explain you in deep. I'll explain you, right? So you enter here, right? It is asking for enter the value. In the program execution time, I can change the value of A. Here A is what, quickly tell me. A is what? Yes, A is what?
Variable.
Variable. A is what? A variable, right? And it is going to store any value which is programmer is going to give, or end user is going to give. Let's suppose 20. I'm giving 20, so it is going to store the value 20. Similarly, again I'm going for this. Let's suppose 30. Means at the time of execution, I'm changing the value. I'm changing the value. Here also, what it is saying, variable whose values are changing or varying during program execution. Are you getting my point? So we can change. If it is changing, that's why variable means it can vary. It can vary. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Quick confirmation I want.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Great. Okay. Next. Fine. Next. Next I'll go for some rules are there. Some rules of variable variable declaration. Okay, variable declaration. So what are they? What are these rules? Okay, one by one we are gonna see what are the rules of declaring the variables. Okay, first rule number one. I'll write rule one. Rule 1 I'll write. Okay, rule 1 says what? Here you see, variable variable names, okay, in python can contain both. The combination can contain a combination, okay, combination of alphabets and or we can say or alphabets comma digits digits digits, okay, and underscore, right, underscore. Now see how we can use. So what it is saying, combination of alphabets, digits, and underscore, right, and underscore. Let's suppose I am writing name, okay, name is one variable. What we are seeing here, rules of variable declaration, okay. So here name is what variable. Inside this, if I am writing, let's suppose Raj, okay, Raj. So if I go for name, here you see what it is saying, Raj, okay. So this is also possible, this is also possible. Second, what it is saying, combination of alphabets and digits, right. So what if I write name 1 is equals to Raj? Is it fine? Will it get executed? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it will execute, okay, because it is the combination of alphabets and numerics, right, alphabets and numerics, right. Similarly, what it is saying, it is also the combination of, it is also, that's right, name underscore 1 underscore 1. Now you see Raj. Now tell me, is it possible, to execute? Yeah, tell me.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So it is possible, right? It is possible here. Okay, it is possible. Now the questions are, question it is coming to you. Okay, question it is coming to you. 1 2 3 name, 1 2 3 name, or I'll go for salary. Okay, salary is equals to this. Okay, this is the salary. Now tell me, is it possible? Is it possible to store? Is it possible to store? Yes or no? Because what it is saying, now tell me what it is saying. Variable names in Python can contain a combination of alphabets, digits, and underscore. Now you tell me, by seeing this, now tell me, is it possible?
Ideally, it has to be.
Okay, but it is not possible. Okay, it will show syntax error. Why? I'll show you one few more example. I'll show you. Then I'll tell you why it is not possible. Okay. So let's suppose I'm writing hyphen salary is equals to 10. Will it possible? Will it be okay to write it like this or to store the value like this? No. Again, it will give syntax error. Okay. It will give syntax error. Similarly, if I go for salary is equals to 20, 20, 20. Okay, 20,000, 2 lakh. Now tell me. Yes, it is possible because it is only taking what? The alphabets. It is only taking alphabets. Similarly, I'll write underscore salary is equals to 20,000. 20,000. Now tell me.
That
Yes,
is not possible.
it is possible. It is possible. Why? Why? Because here alphabets, digits, and underscore. I'll tell you. Now the rule says the name must. I'll go for it. I'll go for it. Rule second. Rule second I will write. Fine. Rule second says, okay, the values or the name must be must be start must be start with either either alphabets, alphabets, or an underscore, underscore, right? Underscore. Mm, Ram Babu, no. Who is this? Please, could you please unmute yourself? Can't able to. Please, once everyone check your mic whether it is unmute or not. Mute or unmute. Please mute yourself, guys. Everyone. Only while answering anything, unmute yourself. Otherwise, please mute yourself. Fine. So next, it says what? It says what? The name must start with either alphabets or an underscore, right? So what we are using here, underscore. Here, starting with underscore and alphabets are there, right? Similarly, if I go for underscore 1, 2, now tell me, is it possible? Prasanna says
No.
no. Okay. No. Everyone is saying no. But it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Why? But because you see, the name must be start with either alphabets. Either it could be alphabet, or we can also start with underscore. And here we are starting with underscore. Here we are starting with underscore. That's why it is possible to write it like this. Even, okay, now you see underscore is equals to 20. Now you tell me, is it possible? Prasanna again says no.
The combinations we need to understand, right?
Yes, combination we have to understand, and what are the approaches, what are the techniques we have to uh, use while storing or while declaring the variable, right? So here, now let me explain you properly. Okay, what it is saying, the name must be start with either alphabets. Okay, so I can go for alphabets, like name. Name is what? Purely an alphabet, right? Purely an alphabet. I can go like this. But if I write one name is equals to Raj, simply we will get error, because rule says what? It should start with alphabets or an underscore. It should not start with digit. Here it is starting with digit, right? Yes or no? That's why we are getting syntax error. But in place of this, I can go for name 1 is equals to Raj. Now in this case, name is our first character, right? Name is what? It is the variable is starting with the string, or we can say the alphabets. If I only write n1 is equals to 20, that is also fine. N is what? An alphabet, and 1 is digit, and combination of digit and alphabet, it is fine. But it should start with an alphabet, then it is fine. Similarly, if I go for underscore n is equals to 20, this is also fine, because underscore also can be used as our variable name. Simply, if I write underscore is equals to 20 also, we can go for it, because underscore is also our variable. Are you getting the point?
So you mean any combination with the alphabet and underscore, it will work.
It will work. But the again, the rule says what? It should start with alphabets or underscore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Combination means, see, again, I'm gonna tell you one more rule. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one more rule. This is we are talking about alphabets and the alphabets and numerics. Okay, alphabets and numerics. Again, I'll give some examples. Now you see some examples. Okay. Examples. I'll write it here. So let's suppose 123 salary is equals to 20,000. Is it possible? Now tell me, is it possible? Valid
No.
or invalid? No. So it is invalid. Invalid. Similarly, I will go for uh, this salary is equals to 20,000. Now tell me, is it possible?
Yes.
Simply this. No, this is also not possible. Invalid. This is hyphen, not underscore. This is hyphen, hyphen
Yeah.
salary, right? So
Yeah.
this is also invalid. Similarly, if I write salary is equals to 20,000, that is possible, right? That is possible. So I'll write valid. It is valid. Next, underscore of salary is equals to 20,000. Now tell me,
It is possible, ideally.
yeah, it is valid
Start
because
with underscore.
we are starting with what? Underscore. We are starting
Underscore.
with
Yeah.
underscore, right? Similarly, if I go for salary 123 is equals to, now you tell me, is it possible? Yes, it is
Yeah. It
possible.
starts.
Valid it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is valid only, right? Now, underscore is equals to 20,000. Now tell me, is it possible?
With one underscore, it will work.
Any number of underscore, it will work.
Okay.
Okay, any number of underscore you take, it will work. Let me show you. Underscore is equals to 20. Now you see, underscore, it is printing what? 20, right? It is printing 20. Let me go for CLS off. Let me clear the screen. Fine. So this is valid. Okay, next more. So I can give the combination of lots of things. Okay, I can give the combination of this variable. Like I can also go for underscore name is equals to is equals to Guido. Okay, Guido. This is also possible. Valid, valid only, right? This is also valid. One more thing tell you. Okay, one more thing I'll tell you. Let's suppose I have a is equals to 10, and here I'm printing a. Okay, I'm printing a. Got it? Or let's suppose I'm not taking any variable, I'm just writing 20, 20 plus 50. What is the answer for this? 20 plus 50, it is 70, right? It is 70. Now the simple thing, if I write underscore, okay, underscore is something we have used, right? We have used. So I'll go for okay, I'll go one more, another another one I'm taking. Okay. Now we have started here. Now let's suppose 20 plus 50, it is 70, right? If I want the last printed value, the last returned value, this is what? 20 plus 50, 70. This is what? The output, last returned value, right? So if I go and write just underscore, what it is printing, what it is giving, tell me.
70.
70. So I can go for, see, I can go for a is equals to underscore plus 20. Now tell me what is the answer?
90.
90. So a is going to store what? 90, right? Again you go for it underscore. What it is? Last printed
90.
value. Last printed value, right? So last printed value plus last printed value. Tell me answer.
180.
180. Are you getting my point? So this is also
Yeah.
one thing, with the help of this underscore, we can get the last printed value, right? So let's suppose I have Python. I have Python. So will I get Python here? Yes, we are getting Python. Last printed value, right? So this how big, how great it is, right? Underscore, right? So this is one thing. Next rule 2, rule 3, sorry. Rule 3. Okay? Rule 3. Rule 3. Okay. Now, guys, please unmute yourself. Sorry, mute yourself, please. It is really disturbing. You just answer and mute yourself. That is fine, because I have my earphone, right, and it is really disturbing while fine. So it is saying spatial, spatial, spatial characters or spatial symbols, spatial character or symbols other than other than other than underscore, right? Underscore are not allowed. Simple, are not allowed. Okay, within I would write within variable variable name, within variable name. Okay, so now you see within variable name. Examples, we'll see some examples. Okay, let's see some examples here. So I was writing hyphen a is equals to 20. Now you see hyphen is what? And kind of hyphen is a kind of special character or special symbol, I can say. That's why it is not taking, right? It is not taking, and it is saying what? Syntax error, right? Syntax error. Similarly, if I go for a hash, okay, a dollar b is equals to 20. Is it possible? Is it possible to store? Yes or no? Is it possible? No. No. Why? Why not? Tell me. Tell me. Why? Symbol is here, right? This is called special symbol. And what rule says? What rule says? Special character or symbols other than underscore are not allowed within variable name, right? Within variable name. This is what this is saying. Again, syntax error, right? Again, it is saying syntax error. So I'll go for employee emp at the rate salary is equals to 20,000. 20,000. Now tell me, is it valid or invalid? Valid or invalid? This is simply, this is what? Invalid, because at the rate is also what? Okay, I'll go for simple example, and please ready to answer wrong. Ready to answer wrong. Okay, here. Okay, I'll ask you one question. A hash b is equals to 20. Now tell me what is the answer? Error, right? Next.
Maybe.
Okay, fine. Everyone is saying error.
That
Error.
that will store as a different variable, right?
Okay. Next. Next. Anyone else? Okay. So let me tell you. See what rule says. We are not supposed to use any special character, right? Yes or no? We are not supposed to
Okay.
use any special
Yes.
character, right? So what it
Correct.
will,
Correct.
it should give. What it should give?
It will give error.
Error. What kind of error?
Syntax error.
Syntax error. But No, in this case it won't return any error. Why? Because this is what hash, and in Python hash is used for commenting the line, right? So I have stored a is equals to 10 here. I have stored a is equals to 10 here. A is my one of variable which is storing 10, right? And after hash whatever we have written, that is nothing but the comment, right? It won't get printed. It is nothing but an comment. After hash whatever it is there, that is a comment, right? So you go and print what it is giving, 10. Means this a, you see, this a is nothing but the variable. This a is nothing but the variable. Getting my point? Which variable? Which is storing 10. But after hash whatever we have written is nothing but it considered as comment. Okay, comment is nothing but, let's suppose a is equals to 20, right? A is equals to 20, b is equals to 30, and c is equals to, I'm writing a plus b, a plus b. Here if I write comment, I can write it like it is the sum of a and b, a and b. And if I print c, it is not going to print this. It is not going to print this. Why? Because it is just an comment. It is just an comment. Okay, and this comment is used for programmer purpose, right? Let's suppose in a company one person is working, okay, for a long period of time, and now he's switching the job, okay, and he's a software engineer, right? He's a software engineer, and he has written some code of a block of code, right? He has only written the block of code. Now after his relieving, after he leaves the job, some other person will come, okay, some other person will come, and some other person will also continue the same application, the writing of same code, right? For his better understand, what he will do is he will comment each and everything, okay. For let's suppose he has created one calculator application, right? In calculator application, if you are using plus operator, then it should add two numbers, right? Add two numbers. Here a plus b is what? Here a means 20 plus 30, it is going to add two numbers, right? That's why I have written it is a sum of a plus b. It is going to sum a plus b. That's why for 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 commenting purpose we are using, in Python we are using hash. Are you getting my point? Everyone please let me know, are you getting it, why we are using comment?
Yeah, but
Okay.
under the while defining a variable, we can call that, or else only in a value we can assign that.
No, no, anywhere. See, again, I'm telling you. If I'm writing here hash of this is just just
That I
a comment.
understood. What I'm asking
Yeah.
is between a combination of different variables, we can use hash. Like
I
if you
didn't
have
get you.
you have defined a hash b over there, is that
Yeah.
allowed in a real time
No,
exam?
no.
I mean real time.
That's no, no, no. This is not a good practice. Again, I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hash is only used for commenting, to comment down
Perfect.
anything, right? To comment
Yeah,
down
yeah.
anything. Hash b is
Got,
equals to 20. It is not a value. It
yeah,
is not
yeah.
a value. It is a comment. Just an comment.
Correct.
Got it?
Got it.
Fine.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Fine. So any special character is not allowed here. Okay, any special character is not allowed. Simply if I go for salary underscore employee underscore balance, okay, is equals to, let's suppose 30,000. Okay, 30,000. Possible it is, why? Because it is the combination. It is the combination of what? It is the combination of character means alphabets and underscore. Simply if I go for salary underscore 123. Is it possible? Is it possible? Tell me. Salary underscore 123. Is it possible?
Yes, I think it's possible.
Yes, it is possible because it is a combination of alphabets, underscore, and numerics,
Digits.
right? So this is possible here, right? Fine. So these are some rules. So I'll go for examples here. I'll go for examples here. Okay. So let's suppose EMP dollar salary. Okay, salary. Let's suppose 5.6 LPA. 5.6 LPA. Okay. Is it valid or invalid?
No, that's a special character. I don't think so.
Yeah. So it is invalid. Invalid. Similarly, if I go for EMP hyphen salary. Now tell me,
No, still invalid.
invalid,
Only
right?
underscore. Yeah.
Invalid.
Yeah.
Invalid. Great. Next, tell me one more. Okay. Okay. One more example. One more example. EMP salary is equals to 20,000. Now tell me, valid or invalid? Valid. Yes, valid. Yes, valid, invalid.
Yeah, it's a valid spacing,
Valid.
space here.
Yes, valid, right?
Yeah.
Valid. No, it is invalid. It is invalid. Why? It
I have a
is
space.
space. And space is also considered as one of the special character. One of the special character. Now you see space underscore is equals to 20. Valid or invalid?
It's invalid.
Yeah, invalid it is. Okay, I'll scroll up. I'll do one thing. I'll just give me a moment. Fine. Okay. So if I go for space underscore is equals to 20, it is invalid only because space is not considered as our variable, right? Space is also an special character, so this is also not possible. If I write emp space salary is equals to 5.6, that is also what? Invalid. Invalid. Simply if I go for next, emp underscore salary, that is
Valid.
valid. Okay, that is valid. Simply if I go for salary, okay, that's it. That's it. More what we can say? Okay, emp this salary is equals to 20. Now tell me,
Yeah, it's a valid.
it's a valid, but there is two scenario. Okay, emp emp okay, emp and hash salary is equals to 20. Okay, is equals to 20.6. Let's suppose 20.6. Do we have emp? Now you see it will
No.
give error. It will give name error. Why? This emp hasn't been initialized
Correct.
somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So this emp is not being used anywhere. So that's why name emp is not defined. It is saying what? Name emp is not defined. That's why we are getting error. This is one scenario. But if we have emp is equals to 20.6, then you go for it. Emp hash salary. It will only print emp. Okay. There is no meaning of salary here. Hash salary. Hash is just for commenting, and there is no meaning of salary here. So it is just going to print emp here. Got it? This is simple. So this is, there is invalid also in one scenario. It is invalid. Okay, it is invalid, or else we can also call it as valid. Okay, valid, invalid, both. In what scenario it is valid? When EMP is available. Okay, then it is valid. Invalid means if there is no EMP, then it will give name error. Okay, so I'll write name error, name error, name error. Okay, getting my point?
So salary SAL is not going to be considered as a variable, like if we have
No,
used
no,
a
no,
hash over
not
there.
at all. Not at all. Salary is not going to considered as variable name. Only EMP is a variable name. And
I mean,
that too if we have, yeah,
what
yeah, go ahead.
whatever we have defined post to yeah, whatever we have defined post to comment. I mean, this hash option that will be considered as a uh, simple
Comment
comment.
only. Ah, simple comment.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is. I mean, it's not going to consume any space on our database.
No, no, it is not going to take any space because we are not taking any space of our memory. Okay, we are not going to take
Yeah,
any what I can say, main memory, right? Fine.
yeah,
Next.
got it.
Yeah, fine. Next rule. What rule it is? Third rule, right? Rule third. So I'll go for rule fourth. Rule fourth. Rule fourth. And here this is really important. This is really important to know that if I am writing now, let's suppose, now let's suppose if I'm using if is equals to 10, 20.6, 20.6, right? Here let me explain you one thing. In Python or in any kind of language, in any traditional language, we have something called conditional statement. Okay, conditional statement, or we can say looping statement, or we can say keywords, and all the keywords are reserved word. Okay, all the keywords are reserved word. Is it fine, Ananta Lakshmi? Okay, fine. So we have conditional statement, looping statement. What these are, you just forget it. You just no need to remember now. So we have lots of keywords. Okay, lots of keywords. In Python, we have keywords like if keyword. Okay, else is a keyword. Else is a keyword. Now, simple. If I go for elif, elif is a keyword. For is a keyword, while is a keyword. Okay, while is a keyword. More I can say is mm, more break. Okay, break is a keyword. Likewise continue is a keyword. Okay, continue, these are what these are keywords, right? And these are reserved word. Sorry, do is not there, Anant Lakshmi, do is not there. In Python, do while is not there. Okay, only while is there. In Python there is no do while. Okay, so these are comes under keywords, and these are having some reserved meaning of it, right? These are having some particular meaning. If is having particular meaning, else is having particular meaning, right? But if I write if is equals to 20.6, 20.6, if is what, an reserved keyword. If is what, and reserved keyword. If I write, it will give error. It will give error. What it is? Invalid syntax. Invalid syntax. Why? Because if is a reserved word, and we are not supposed to use if, else, or any keyword, reserved keyword, as our variable name, as our variable name, right? So I will write I will write, right? Keyword, keywords cannot be used as variable name. Okay, as they are or they have, right? They have special meaning, I can say, meanings to Python compiler. Are you getting my point, everyone? Please let me know. Are you getting my point? Yes. Prasanna. Okay. Ananta Lakshmi. Are you getting my point? Everyone, I'm asking to everyone. You guys can also respond. See, for you guys, chatting is really easy, right? Chatting is really easy. And for responding, you are taking this much of time. To respond in class, you are taking this much of time. Means it is clear that you are good in chatting in WhatsApp only, or in Instagram, or nowadays in Snapchat, right? Yes, sir. Monica is saying yes. Means you are good in WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, but not good in class. Fine. If you give proper response, that will help me also. Okay. So we can't use in class also. I'm good, sir. Okay. That is good. I would love to hear the thing like this. Okay. Fine. So examples. I'll go for it. Okay. Examples. I'll go for it. Example. Let's say example. Simple example. Here first I'll take. Okay. If similarly, if I go for else, tell me, is it possible? Is it possible? Yes or no? Invalid. Why? Because else is also what? Keyword. Else is also what? A keyword. Similarly, if I go for elif, elif is also a keyword. We can't use. But what if I write underscore if is equals to 30? Valid or invalid? Valid or invalid? Valid. Why? Because it is coming with, starting with what? Underscore. If means compiler is going to take it as underscore if, right? And anything starting with underscore can be possible to make it as our variable, right? Now you go for it. Underscore if it is printing 30. Are you getting my point? Similarly, if 1 is equals to 20, is it possible? Is it possible? Why no? Why no? Again, I'm telling you, it is preceded with 1. It is preceded with 1. No, it is not a keyword. Only if is a keyword. Only if is a keyword. It is preceding with 1 means it is going to take, if 1, take take 20, valid it is, right? So this is also one scenario. This is also one scenario. Acha. Okay. Fine. Int is equals to 10, 20. Now, ready to answer wrong. Ready to answer wrong. Int is equals to 20. Tell me output. Error. Valid. Ananta Lakshmi is saying valid. Next. Error. Sai Pavan. Error. Okay. Fine. Next. Next.
Still, it is an integer, right?
Huh. It is an integer.
Okay, int is a special character, keyword. Huh?
That's what I am asking.
Okay.
Integer is equals to 20. Okay. Let me explain you. Let me explain. This integer is nothing but the data type. Okay, is nothing but the data type, but not declared a variable. Okay, let me explain you now, Balaji. This integer is nothing but an data type, but not an keyword. And the rule says what? Rule says what? Keyword cannot be used as variable name, right? Only keywords. Integer is one of the data type, and we can use as our variable. Now you see it is storing. Yes or no? Is it storing or not? Right? So
Yes.
this rule says what? We can use any kind of data type as our. Now you go for it. Float is equals to 20. Okay. See, is it storing or not? Str, which is string, right? Str. Now you take it as Python. Will it store? Yes, it will store. Str. Go for it. Are you getting my point? Understood? Here, why? Because int is not a keyword. Float is not a keyword. Str is not a keyword. So compiler can take these values or these variable as its variable name, right? Got it? Simple it is. So I would go and I'll give some examples. Like if I'm writing if is equals to 20, that is that is invalid, right? That is invalid. Else is equals to 30, that is what? Again invalid. If I go for underscore if of 30, what it is? Valid or invalid?
Valid.
Valid, right? It is valid. Underscore elif is equals to 50, what it is? Valid or invalid? Valid only, right? But is if I write elif is equals to 30, what it is?
Valid.
Invalid, right? Invalid. Fine. That is one thing. But if I go for int is equals to 20, 30, what it is? Valid or invalid? Valid only. Why? I'll write. I will write because int is not considered as keyword by Python compiler. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Okay, fine. Okay, great. One more, one more. I wouldn't say it is not a rule. It is not a rule. Okay, it is just an recommendation. Okay, it is just an recommendation. Okay, one rule is there. I'll go for it. I forgot it. One rule is there. Rule 5. Can I complete it or shall we stop it? Can I complete this? If you say yes, then only
Yeah.
I'll continue.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure no one should left now. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you one important thing, that Python is case sensitive. Python is case sensitive, right? So whatever the variables with different name, with different name, right? Different name we can say, casing, right, are treated as distinct. Okay, are treated as distinct. Now what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Right, what is the meaning? I'll go for case 4. This is case 4, case 5, right? Rule 5, rule 5. Okay, so these are what? Case sensitive. Python is what? Case sensitive. So why it is case sensitive? Let me clear this out. If I'm writing name is equals to Raj, right? Second, yesterday I have shown you this, right? Yesterday I have shown you, I guess so. Name is equals to Simran. Simran. Okay. Next, I'll go for name, name, is equals to, I will go for something called Jacob. Okay, Jacob. Next I will go for something like name, n a m capital E is equals to, let's suppose here I am taking John. Okay, John. Now go for it. Each and every, whatever the value we have taken, that is also different, and whatever the variable we have taken has separate meaning, right? Has separate, not meaning is same, meaning is same, but they have written in different ways, right? So when I call name, capital N, everything is small, right? When I call this, then which will come, which value it is going to give? It is going to give what? Raj, right? Next, if I go for uh, name, right? What value it is going to give? Jacob,
Jacob.
right? Next, if I go for n n a, now what it is going to give? John, right? John. Next, name. Now tell me, Simran. Okay, this 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 name, it is going to give Simran. So meaning are same, it is going to store only name, and also values are different, but all the variable name what we have taken is different from each other, is different from each other, even though the variable names meanings are same, the meanings are similar, right? The meanings are same. Still the variable it is storing different, and the name, the difference is what? Difference is what? How we have written the name, how we have written the name. So what it is saying, casing are are treated as distinct, right? With different casing means it is case sensitive, right? First letter of this name is what? Capital, rest is small. Here in this case all are small, in this case all are capital, in this case one is capital, another one is smaller, then again capital and smaller. Likewise, meaning are same but having different values, then all are distinct, all are distinct, treated as distinct values. Are you getting my point? Everyone please let me know, yes or no. Yes or
Yeah.
no? Yeah. So one recommendation I will say, recommendation. What recommendation is? It is a recommendation that we shouldn't use any bigger name, as our variable. Why? Let's suppose now, in programming, let's suppose you are writing any program for any firm, right? So you are checking employee salary. So will you write like this? Employee, right? Employee salary of month, sorry, of month, what? Of month July. Will you write it like this, and will you save it like this? 20 or 2 lakh, 2 lakh. Will you save it like this? Again, while printing it you have to write employee salary of month, what? July. Will you write it like this? Is it an efficient way to write our variable like this? No. Is it not? It is not. Why? It is not. Because if this much of amount of work if we try to do, we are not programmer. We are not programmer. Programmer meaning is what? To do yeah, bigger name, to do any task within the time. Okay, to do anything within the time with less code. That is the programmer, that is the main purpose of programmer, of writing any kind of code. If we are, see, I can go for a is equals to 20, I can go for b is equals to 30, I can go for c is equals to a plus b, right? I can go for this also. But what I am doing, see, now see here, I have a 20, I have b 30. Why don't I go for a plus b direct? We are getting 50. Instead of storing in some value, I can go directly like this. This is what we have reduced one line of code. Are you getting my point? We have reduced one line of code. That's why programmer meaning is what? To reduce the code and complete the task within the time, right? That's why this much of variable name is not required. Instead of this, I can simply go for emp underscore sal underscore month m underscore July is equals to 20,000. Okay, 20,000. I can go with this. I can, this is, see, again I'm telling you, this is also some kind of longer only. But instead of this, if I compare, this is kind of shorter, right? This is kind of shorter. So this is the recommendation, that instead of writing whole thing, we should go for reduce the variable name, reduce the name. So let's suppose student name. Okay, student name is there. Let's suppose student name is Rahul. Okay, instead of writing student name, I can go for st underscore name, st underscore name. What it is it is also storing the same, Rahul, right? So this is one recommendation. So to use, what it is saying, we shouldn't use any bigger name as our variable name. Okay, getting my point, everyone? Please let me confirm. Please confirm me.
Yes.
Are you getting everything? Do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt? Okay, no. So again, let me tell you few more things. Okay, uh, please do enroll yourself, please, because after one or two more days we are going to end our demo session. Okay, so anyway, if you want to continue this session, you have to pay, right? You have to pay, not now, after 1 2 days, anyhow you have to pay for this, right? So better to pay now. And they have something you can ask to them. Okay, if you want any concession or any kind of thing, you can ask, you can go for it. Okay, and second thing, please don't miss any class, because every class is really important. Every class is really important, right? Before this, did you know about these many rules? Did you know about these many rules? Did you know what is literals? Tell me tell me frankly, did you know about, even though you belongs to cs, did you know about these things? So no one is, again I'm telling you, no one is going to tell you in deep about this, right? So if you want to attend regularly, you have to enroll yourself. So better go enroll yourself and have a good knowledge here. Okay, in the same speed. If you are thinking that I'm going too fast, then you can tell me, you can let me know, right? Yeah, tell me, I'm asking, is it the speed is good? Is it fine?
Yeah.
Shall we
It's
go like this
good
only?
tips. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. So any kind of doubt if you are having, just come to me, ask me. And also one more thing, try to come to offline, because there more interactive session would be there. Okay, if it is not, then it is fine, not an issue. Okay, not an issue. So this is one thing. If you have any queries, if you have any doubt, let me give you the number again. Okay, let me give you the number again so that you can contact to them. You can contact to them. Just give me a moment. Yeah, so the number is, it is something 9652532383. Okay, you go to this number, you call this, and whatever the queries you have, okay, whatever the queries you have, you can contact to them and you can ask them. Okay, fine. Do you have any doubt anymore? You can ask me. Shall we stop it here? Can I stop it here now? Okay, fine. Thank you so much, guys, for attending the class. Please do attend the class regularly, right? And if you have any kind of queries, you can contact to that number. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.